What if the moment you've been waiting for, your awakening, has already begun? Erica Scott brings you a powerful, time-sensitive message directly aligned with ancient cosmic wisdom and Pleiadian transmissions. This isn't fear-based forecasting. This is a spiritual download of what's really happening before the eclipse. If you've been feeling off, receiving strange signs, or waking up with vivid dreams, you are not imagining things. The veil is thinning. The window is opening. And what you choose to do next may shape your soul's trajectory in the new Earth timeline. Watch this before the eclipse begins, because there's something you need to remember. What if tomorrow's eclipse isn't just celestial? Long before science tracked solar eclipses, ancient civilizations looked to the sky as a message board from the divine. This isn't just about the moon covering the sun. This eclipse is a coded transmission, a galactic checkpoint recognized by the Pleiadians. They see time differently. To them, this moment has been prophesied across galaxies as a point of interdimensional convergence. Earth isn't just rotating through space. She's arriving at a doorway. That doorway opens just before, during, and after the eclipse, offering souls the chance to either ascend into higher consciousness or remain tethered to outdated timelines. This isn't fear, it's awareness. A higher intelligence has been tracking humanity's vibration, and this event is like a cosmic exam. Will you anchor light or be swept by distraction? Those who sense a deep inner stirring are the ones already tuning into this countdown. Time may feel fast, strange, even warped. That's because the soul doesn't keep time with clocks. The countdown is happening in your spirit, and the moment you recognize that, you're no longer just a viewer of this eclipse. You're part of its reason. Pleiadian urgency. Erica Scott emphasizes that this isn't just another eclipse, it's a cosmic pivot point that's drawing intense focus from the Pleiadian High Council. These celestial guardians, who operate beyond the linear constraints of time, have identified this eclipse as a pressure node in Earth's vibrational timeline. According to them, specific soul contracts written before incarnation are set to activate now. Those who are sensitive might already feel the tug towards something unknown yet deeply familiar. This heightened urgency arises because certain dormant energies within Earth's consciousness grid are becoming volatile. The Pleiadians are not issuing warnings out of fear, but out of divine timing. Just as certain flowers bloom only at night under specific moonlight, certain soul purposes awaken only under precise celestial pressure. This eclipse is that moment. It's not just marking change, it is the change itself. If you're watching this, it's not by coincidence. The signal was sent and your soul responded. You're being asked to pause, not in passivity, but to listen internally, to prepare for multidimensional downloads. You are not small in this equation. Your alignment, your awareness, your frequency, they all play into the greater spiritual orchestration unfolding through this eclipse window. The 24-hour soul window. Within the 24 hours leading to the eclipse, your body begins to attune to an invisible frequency. The Pleiadians call this the soul window, a transient phase where the soul becomes more fluid and receptive. You might notice restlessness, random emotional surges, or even vivid flashes of memories that don't seem to belong to you. These are reflections surfacing from other lifetimes, reminding you of unresolved contracts or forgotten missions. Your auric field, too, becomes more porous. Imagine your energy body expanding slightly beyond its normal shell, like a flower unfolding. In this expanded state, you're more connected, not only to universal energy, but to collective consciousness. It's why many feel overwhelmed or overstimulated right before the eclipse. You're not just processing your emotions, you're touching the entire web of humanity's awakening. In these final hours before the eclipse, silence becomes your superpower. It's the fertile soil into which spiritual downloads can land. Stay hydrated. Ground yourself. Journal. Breathe with intention. What you feel right now may not make logical sense, but it speaks directly to your soul's evolution. This is your inner temple preparing for galactic communion. The invisible pulse. Have you felt pressure behind your eyes, static in your palms, or buzzing in your ears? These are not medical anomalies. They're electromagnetic whispers from the higher realms. As the eclipse nears, Earth is bathed in photon light and solar plasma waves. These waves carry encoded intelligence. Your body is a divine antenna, picking up interstellar cues designed to awaken dormant aspects of your spiritual DNA. Many report symptoms that seem unrelated to daily life: nausea, lightheadedness, or emotional unpredictability. The Pleiadians clarify that these aren't illnesses, they're energetic recalibrations. Think of it like updating your spiritual operating system. It's uncomfortable, yes, but only because the old programs are incompatible with the new light coming in. Rather than resisting these sensations, lean into them. Touch your chest. Breathe deeply. Whisper a message to your higher self. I receive this activation with grace. As you honor the invisible pulse, your awareness begins to shift from survival to ascension. These strange sensations aren't random. They are confirmations that the spiritual world is speaking directly through your physical form. Why you're being called indoors by the universe. The advice to stay indoors during the eclipse isn't rooted in fear. It's a metaphysical instruction whispered by the universe itself. During an eclipse, the Earth's magnetic field softens, allowing interdimensional energies to bleed through. Being outdoors exposes your energetic body to fluctuating cosmic frequencies. Inside, especially in silence, you are better shielded and tuned into your soul's frequency without interference. Erica Scott compares this to a sacred ceremony. Would you hold a sacred ritual in the middle of a crowded highway? No, you'd seek a quiet, sanctified space. That's what your home becomes during this eclipse, a personal altar for internal realignment. You are not hiding, you are preparing. What's unfolding is deeply personal and spiritually intimate. Some people may dismiss this call and go about their day. That's their timeline. But if you've heard the inner whisper to retreat, it means your soul is being cued for a high-frequency activation. Treat this time with reverence. Light a candle. Sit in stillness. Allow the invisible to unfold without the distractions of the outer world. Your inner world is where the real solar event is occurring. Don't go outside. The eclipse casts not only a shadow over the Earth, but also temporarily lowers the frequency veil between dimensions. Outside, energies swirl with density, confusion, and emotional debris rising to the surface. The warning isn't about avoiding danger. It's about remaining sovereign in your energy field as this planetary cleansing occurs. When you're outside, your auric field becomes more vulnerable to the collective. Thoughts that aren't yours, emotions that feel heavy, or sudden anxiety may creep in, not because you're broken, but because you're open. Indoors, especially in intentional sacred space, your spiritual field remains clear. You can observe the transformation rather than absorb it. The Pleiadians remind us that staying inside isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's about choosing conscious stillness over chaotic exposure. In doing so, you preserve your own resonance during this powerful gateway. As the shadows move across the Earth, you remain a pillar of light, anchoring the new codes without being swept into the confusion that often accompanies mass energetic shifts. The hidden purpose behind the shadow that falls over Earth. Throughout history, eclipses have been feared, misunderstood, or mythologized. But in the spiritual realm, the shadow is not an enemy. It is a revealer. The Pleiadians explained that when sunlight is temporarily blocked, a subtle field of truth is unveiled. This shadow doesn't hide truth. It reveals what the normal light of day keeps buried. During the eclipse, our third eye perceives what is typically invisible. Karmic imprints, soul contracts, suppressed traumas, they may rise not to haunt you, but to offer resolution. This is a sacred moment of witnessing. The external darkness triggers an internal light, one that reveals the map of your soul's current incarnation. This is why rituals held during eclipses are so powerful. The shadow invites you to sit with yourself without distraction. What are you afraid to see? What truth are you ready to face? The answers often appear not in words, but in feeling. Use this moment to meditate, to listen, to invite clarity. The shadow is here to help you remember what the light once made you forget. Crystalline consciousness activation. Your DNA is not static. It is a living code vibrating with ancestral memory and galactic lineage. The Pleiadians have long spoken of a transformation from carbon-based human biology to crystalline consciousness, a light-infused frequency that allows direct communion with higher realms. This eclipse is one of the primary triggers for that transformation. As solar radiation intensifies and interacts with your biofield, dormant strands of DNA begin to light up. You may experience this as heightened intuition, sudden creative bursts, or a feeling of connection to beings or places you can't logically explain. That's the crystalline body beginning to remember its true form. These upgrades are subtle but profound. Don't expect lightning bolts. Expect whisperings in your dreams, synchronicities that feel like messages, or emotions that bubble up for no reason. These are the stirrings of your crystalline architecture taking shape. This eclipse accelerates the shift, like pressing fast forward on your soul's evolution. You're not just a human anymore. You're a light being in process. Why some will rise spiritually while others remain asleep. In this current moment, Earth is not splitting in half physically, but vibrationally. The eclipse creates an energetic divergence where consciousness aligns with one of two primary timelines, awakening or illusion. Erica Scott explains that this timeline split is subtle yet irreversible. Those attuned to higher frequencies will begin to feel more clarity, purpose, and synchronicity. Others may spiral into confusion, denial, or detachment, not out of punishment, but because they're not yet ready. This division is not about judgment. It's about resonance. The eclipse amplifies your dominant frequency and locks it into the trajectory you're vibrating with. If you've been healing, meditating, and choosing love, you'll experience a spiritual surge. But if your life has been cluttered with distraction, fear, or ego, the eclipse may feel destabilizing. Both paths are valid. Both are part of the soul's journey, but only one leads to conscious evolution. The Pleiadians urge you not to save others during this time, but to anchor your light fully. Your vibration will naturally influence those around you more than your words ever could. This eclipse is a mirror. It will show you not only where you are, but where you're going. Choose your path with intention, because timelines are crystallizing now. Why you may hear ringing or feel vibration in your skull. Many are reporting a persistent ringing in the ears, pulsing in the crown, or tingling in the back of the skull. This is not always tinnitus. It's the silence frequency. As your energy body attunes to the eclipse codes, your pineal and crown chakras act like antennas, receiving high-frequency signals from non-physical guides. Erica Scott calls it Galactic Morse code, a language beyond words that is felt, not heard. These vibrations are a sign that your multidimensional senses are activating. You're being tuned into the soul's harmonic field, where guidance, memories, and divine instructions are stored. The Pleiadians often initiate this process just before major cosmic alignments, preparing the soul to download information it will need in the days to come. Rather than being disturbed by these sensations, lean into them. Sit in quiet environments. Don't fill the silence with noise. Let the ringing be a meditation bell, calling you inward. In the stillness, you may begin to perceive messages, visions, or waves of emotion that seem to arise from nowhere. That's not your imagination. That's your soul beginning to remember. Third eye flickers. As the eclipse approaches, many are experiencing heightened intuition, strange visions, or dreams that feel more real than waking life. These are signs that your third eye is being stimulated by the incoming cosmic light. The pineal gland, your inner gateway to multidimensional perception, becomes more active during solar and geomagnetic events. This isn't hallucination, it's remembrance. Your soul is remembering its vast network of lifetimes and dimensions. The flickers of déjà vu are particularly powerful right now. You may feel like you've lived a moment before, walked a street in another timeline, or known someone you've just met. These aren't coincidences. The eclipse acts as a mirror between timelines, briefly collapsing the illusion of linear time. It allows your spirit to pull fragments from the past, present, and future into one conscious awareness. This is your multidimensional self waking up. Vivid dreams, too, carry messages. They may feel symbolic, strange, or even prophetic. The key is not to decode them with logic, but to sit with the feeling they leave behind. What emotion are they trying to spark? What memory are they surfacing? Often these dreams aren't just subconscious chatter. They are meetings with guides, soul families, or versions of yourself from parallel lifetimes. As Erica Scott reminds us, don't brush these experiences off. Record them. Reflect on them. They are pieces of your higher intelligence reintroducing themselves. Your third eye is not just for vision, it's for integration. And during this eclipse window, it is wide open, receiving transmissions your soul has been waiting lifetimes to reclaim. Plasma storms and energy surges. As the eclipse approaches, solar plasma storms intensify, flooding Earth's atmosphere with charged particles and electromagnetic frequencies. While mainstream news may report these as harmless solar flares, the Pleiadians reveal a much deeper truth. These plasma waves aren't just scientific phenomena, they're intelligent energy streams designed to awaken dormant consciousness. These surges interact directly with human DNA, especially those whose codes are ready to activate. You might feel exhausted one moment and hyper-aware the next. Some experience brain fog, muscle aches, or bursts of creative inspiration that feel uncontainable. These aren't mood swings. They're responses to photonic intelligence reconfiguring your cellular memory. The magnetic field of the Earth is changing, and so is yours. When these surges hit, the human body becomes a spiritual receptor, decoding signals that bypass the five senses. Technology may glitch, communication might feel off, but within the chaos is divine order. The Pleiadians advise minimizing screen time during high-surge moments and tuning into your breath, your heartbeat, and your intuitive downloads. These storms are sacred messengers. They stir the soul from its sleep, reminding you that you are more than muscle and bone. You are frequency, built to evolve with the cosmos. The importance of sacred stillness during the eclipse hour. When the shadow falls and the light dims, you are invited into one of the most sacred moments Earth ever offers, a portal of perfect stillness. In that rare silence, something ancient and intelligent emerges. The Pleiadians describe the eclipse hour as a holy pause in the song of the universe, where the noise of daily life recedes and the soul's voice can be heard clearly. This is not just quiet. It's a vibrational sanctuary. During this time, it's not about doing, it's about being. Let the distractions fall away. Sit in the center of your breath. Feel the cosmic alignment moving through your spine. You don't have to understand every energy shift or decode every sensation. Simply becoming still allows the divine intelligence around you to imprint upon your aura without resistance. You're not separate from this eclipse. You are inside it, as it's inside you. Stillness is often undervalued in a world obsessed with productivity. But it is in that stillness that your higher self can speak the loudest. A sacred stillness can open gates to new timelines, reconnect you to soul agreements, or reveal hidden talents you've long buried. This is the moment when seeds planted lifetimes ago are watered by cosmic grace. Solar eclipse and ancestral release. Eclipses don't just move the sky, they move the soul. And during this particular solar eclipse, many are experiencing emotional waves, unexplainable sadness, or even vivid memories from lifetimes they've never consciously lived. According to the Pleiadians, this is because the eclipse acts as a thinning veil between you and your ancestral lineage. The light that is temporarily blocked allows what is buried deep, traumas, contracts, soul imprints, to rise into view for healing. You may find yourself grieving for something you cannot name. You might feel anger or guilt for reasons that seem irrational. This is the energetic residue of your lineage surfacing through your DNA. We inherit more than just physical traits. We carry emotional and spiritual wounds passed down through generations. The eclipse opens a vortex through which these patterns can be released, but only if they are acknowledged first. You are not being punished. You are being purified. Some of these memories may come in dreams. Others may emerge as sudden emotional downloads or synchronicities, pointing toward forgotten family stories. Rather than resisting these echoes, honor them. Light a candle for your ancestors. Say aloud, I release what is not mine. I forgive what came before. I rise beyond the pattern. In doing this, you not only heal your soul, you free your entire bloodline, past and future. As Erica Scott says, this is the sacred work of the light bearer. It's not always dramatic, but it is always powerful. By choosing to face what arises in the eclipse's shadow, you fulfill part of your soul's mission, to be the one who ends the cycle, who turns pain into peace, and who transforms inheritance into illumination. Earth's chakra system and the role of the eclipse in activating sacred sites. Just like the human body, Earth has its own chakra system. Powerful energy centers aligned across continents, deeply connected to both ancient wisdom and galactic flow. The Pleiadians share that solar eclipses act like acupuncture needles for these planetary chakras. The shadow and light passing over Earth activate sacred sites, ley lines, and energetic vortices that have been dormant for thousands of years. It's not just sky watching, it's Earth awakening. Stonehenge, Uluru, the Great Pyramids, Machu Picchu. These aren't just monuments, they're receivers and broadcasters of cosmic data. During eclipses, the geometry of Sun, Moon, and Earth aligns with these points, creating an electromagnetic bridge between galactic centers and Earth's crystalline core. Those who are sensitive may feel energy surging beneath their feet or sense magnetic shifts in the land around them. You're not imagining it. These are Earth's chakras humming with activation. Even if you're not physically near one of these sites, you're still connected. The energy grid flows through all of us. When sacred sites awaken, they send pulses through the matrix of collective consciousness, and those attuned to it begin receiving visions, downloads, and ancient memories. It's as if the Earth herself is whispering, "Wake up. The time is now." Erica Scott encourages viewers to ground themselves during this alignment, not just for personal healing, but to anchor stability into Earth's field. Your presence, your intention, your inner harmony feeds the global network. The eclipse is not just about what happens above. It's a sacred choreography between the stars and the soil, and you are the sacred witness. What the Pleiadians say about manifestation power on eclipse day. The Pleiadians have always emphasized that during solar eclipses, the veil between thought and reality thins. Erica Scott reveals that this is not the time for idle wishing. It's a sacred moment of accelerated manifestation. What you think, feel, and intend during this portal has a direct line to your future timeline. The eclipse magnifies not just light, but consciousness. If you focus on fear, you reinforce it. If you focus on purpose, you embody it. This is why your mental and emotional state before and during the eclipse matters more than you know. The universe is listening without filters. The quantum field, amplified by cosmic alignment, will respond instantly to your vibrational frequency. Don't ask for what you want from a place of lack. Claim what is already yours in the field of divine potential. You're not begging the cosmos. You are co-creating with it. Use this sacred window to write your intentions, visualize your healed life, speak affirmations aloud. But most importantly, feel it. Feel the version of you who has already become what your soul desires. This is not imagination. This is creation. During the eclipse, the universe copies your emotional blueprint and brings it into form. Make it count. Post-eclipse reset. After the eclipse, many expect to return to normal, but nothing is normal anymore. Erica Scott explains that the days following an eclipse are like the settling dust after a spiritual earthquake. You may feel disoriented, deeply peaceful, or suddenly detached from old desires. That's because your frequency has changed, and your outer reality hasn't caught up yet. This is the space between timelines. The Pleiadians call it the integration window. Your soul received upgrades, your body received energetic recalibration, and now everything needs time to sync. Don't rush into action. Let clarity come to you. What once excited you may now feel empty. That's not confusion. It's redirection. Your new self is shedding the skin of old timelines, making room for deeper alignment. Honor this sacred pause. Journal. Rest. Take walks in nature. Drink water infused with intention. You've just crossed a galactic threshold, and your system is stabilizing. Watch for synchronicities, new opportunities, and inner callings. The reset has already begun. Trust that what no longer resonates is being removed, and what is meant for your new frequency is already on its way. You were chosen to witness this. If you're still watching, there's a reason. Erica Scott confirms that this message found you because your soul volunteered for this exact moment in Earth's ascension. You are not just a seeker, you are a carrier of codes. You came here to witness this transition, not from the sidelines, but as a vital thread in the cosmic tapestry. This eclipse is your activation. The light within you is not accidental, it's strategic. The Pleiadians call souls like you the light tribe. Scattered across the globe, often in solitude, yet inwardly united through resonance. You are the grid holders, the frequency anchors, the rememberers of Earth's original blueprint. You don't need a title, followers, or fame. Your awareness is your power. Your intention is your offering. You were chosen not to escape the darkness, but to transmute it. As the eclipse comes and goes, let this be your confirmation. You are in the right place at the right time, doing sacred work just by being aware. The light you hold is needed. The codes you carry are awakening. The mission you came for is already unfolding. And now, it's time to rise. Let this eclipse be your turning point, not into fear, but but into full embodiment.